Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 6, Section 1, number 35, which reads, as used in line 24, urge most nearly means. As soon as you see the words most nearly means, you know you have a vocabulary and context question. And what do you got to know for a vocabulary and context question? Number 1, ignore any meaning of the word you're familiar with. Why is that? Because the correct answer is usually not the most common meaning. In fact, what the SAT loves to do is give you common words and make the correct answer a meaning of the word that you're not familiar with. So never eliminate an answer choice because you're like, oh, it doesn't mean that. You want to get it 100% based on context. Second thing, you could think of your own word or words that would fit that context and find a synonym in the answer choices. Third thing, you can put each answer choice in place of the original word. And then lastly, sometimes there's a synonym before or after. Now, we don't always see these four. We typically do not see these four. But whatever you see, any one of these four could help you to get the answer. So what we're going to do now, urge is not until line 24, like the question says. So it's all the way over here. But context is important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the whole first paragraph, and we're going to see what does Abraham Lincoln speak in here. He's a young man. He's like 29 years old in this passage. And he says, let every American, every lover of liberty, every well-wisher to the posterity, swear by the blood of the revolution never to violate in the least particular the laws of the country, and never to tolerate their violation by others. As the patriots of '76 did to support the Declaration of Independence, so to support the Constitution and laws, let every American pledge his life, his property, and his sacred honor. Let every man remember that to violate the law is to trample on the blood of his father and to tear the character of his own and his children's liberty. Let reverence for the law be breathed by every American mother to the lisping babe that prattles on her lap. Let it be taught in schools and seminaries and colleges. Let it be written in primers, spelling books, and in almanacs. Let it be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislative halls, and enforced in courts of justice. And in short, let it become the political religion of the nation. And let the old and young, the rich and the poor, the great and the gay, of all sexes and tongues, of all colors and conditions, sacrifice unceasingly upon its altars. Ellipses, that's a ... So there's probably a break in his speech right there. But what's he saying in the first paragraph? Now, you might read the first paragraph and be like, crap, I don't know, I'm not really following exactly. I'm sure that you could deduce from the first paragraph that he's saying, follow the law. And he's saying it in very strong terms. And that's what you got to get out of that paragraph that's going to help you to get this question correct. And so don't worry about knowing every single word in the paragraph. If you got that out of the paragraph, you did your job. First word of the next, so starting in line 24. When I so pressingly urge a strict observance of all the laws, let me not be understood as saying there are no bad laws, nor that grievances may not arise, for the redress of which no legal provision has been made. I mean, say no such thing, blah, 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 blah. So what did he do in the first paragraph? And then the second paragraph, when I so pressingly urge a strict observance of the law. So if you're thinking of your own words or words that would fit there, he's saying follow the law in very strong terms. And if that's all you get from there, then fantastic. Notice the word pressingly before. If something's pressing, then it's, urgent. He's urging. So it looks like this is one of the exceptions to the rule. Urge looks like it's used in its most common way here. But let's go to the answer choices. Hasten is to do something fast. So when I so pressingly, thinking of doing something fast, strict observance of all the laws. So it doesn't look like it's doing something fast. He's stressing the importance of it. Stimulate, to stimulate a strict observance of the laws. I mean, maybe an awkward fit, you might not cross that one out right away. Stimulating the people to follow the law. When I so pressingly require strict observance of the law. I mean, he realizes that this is a choice, so maybe not the best fit. When I so pressingly advocate a strict observance of all the laws, that is going to be your correct answer. And why? Because to advocate, now, vocabulary could be helpful here. Like, you've got to know what the meaning of the words are in the answer choices in order to correctly answer the question. Advocate in this context as a synonym of urge means to, like, support publicly. And notice with the word pressingly before it, when I so pressingly support publicly a strict observance of laws. Notice with the word pressingly and the word strict, that would be a good match for the first paragraph, saying that people should follow the laws in very strong terms. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with vocabulary and context questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.